Alright guys, just San here, back for another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and in today's video we're going to be checking out the EZA LR Piccolo. Now, we did a showcase on this guy about a week ago at this point, and before the EZA, he's pretty bad. He was arguably one of the worst LRs in the game, so he definitely really needed an EZA, and lo and behold, we did get it. What better time than the 8th year anniversary, I guess? But if you're not aware, this guy is very, very good. I have already seen a showcase on him, and I'll just say this, I'm expecting some crazy stuff. This guy got a massive buff and is going to work well with even some of the new LRs. So just his utility overall is going to be really good, and he definitely is on some teams that need the help as well. So before we get into the showcase, just make sure you guys like and subscribe. Keep in mind there are timestamps in the video, so if you want to skip to the Cell Max test or the unit breakdown, then absolutely feel free to do that. And yeah, let's just get right into it. So starting off on this first rotation right here, we are going to have 3 out of 7 links. So an issue with this guy is his link set. It's pretty bad. I mean, he's got shocking speed, experienced fighters, legendary power, which are all some pretty common links. And even Brainiacs and Prodigies aren't really that bad. But stuff like Gaze of Respect and the First Awaken, you're not getting those active, like, ever. So it's going to be kind of difficult to get a ton of links active with him. But, I mean, right here we do have 3 out of 7 links, like I said. We also have support from the Gohan in slot 3. And as you probably saw, start of turn, we're at 563k defense. So I mean, just as a number, like that of itself is pretty decent for a free-to-play LR. However, we do also get guard in the first slot if there's a Kid Gohan on the rotation. And of course, there is a Kid Gohan on the rotation with the AGL one. So right here, actually, we're gonna lose Gaze of Respect, but I mean, it's not really that big of a deal. I think our defense is gonna drop just a little, but still, for the most part, just a good rotation right here. Now, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get a 24-key super with him. Yeah, I mean, okay, wait, what are we missing out on? Brainiacs? All right, our defense does drop a little, but yeah, I'm going to keep the Kid Gohan on rotation with him anyway. So we're going to be able to get 2 key spheres right there, and we are going to be at a 19-key super. So unfortunately, like I said, not a 24-key super, but still a pretty good rotation for him. This guy is also supporting, so he is making everyone else on the rotation look better. And yeah, you can see right there, he is guarding, which 500k defense with guard turn 1 for a free-to-play LR is pretty crazy. Alright, now that attack stat really wasn't that good. I think this guy's damage is for sure going to be the thing that is, well, it's going to be another thing that is kind of weak about this guy. I would say the main things is his link set and his damage aren't really going to be as impressive. I think his damage, you know, once you start getting additionals and crits off, of course it could be good, but that all just depends on how you build him. And if you did manage to get dupes with him, which he is a World Tournament LR. So by now, a lot of you probably do have some dupes in him, but I understand a lot of you probably don't play World Tournament as well. I mean, I get it, man. That is a very poorly designed game mode. But, I mean, still, some people probably do have a lot of dupes of him just because he's been out for a while. And, of course, he's pretty common on the banners and stuff like that, or the World Tournament banners. So, yeah, but overall, pretty good rotation right there. Like I said, we were on 500k defense with guard, which is very good. His attack stat was just a little under 3 million, which does kind of suck. However, it is worth mentioning that this guy does increase, I believe, super class allies attack by 30% for 1 turn. Let me just double check. No, actually, okay, so he just increases all allies by 30% attack for 1 turn. So not just super class allies. So on that rotation, he was making everyone else look better with the 30% attack buff on super, and then also with his support. But anyway, right here, we got a pretty good rotation. We're going to have 2 out of 7 links active. So, I mean, once again, the links are just really wonky with this guy. But we do have him next to the new LR Gohan. This guy is probably one of the Piccolo's best partners, just because he gives him the guard. He receives the support from the Piccolo. And, I mean, I guess they share Gaze of Respect, which is a little bit of attack and defense. So that's always nice. But anyway, yeah, right here, basically 500k defense. Once again, we do have the Gohan on the rotation, because to get the guard, you do need a Kid Gohan on rotation. And we are going to be at a 24-key super right here, so just a little bit of a better setup for him. And yeah, let's see this guy's attack stat. I'm not really expecting anything too crazy, especially judging off of the first attack stat. Okay, I mean, almost 4 million. Yeah, no, that's bad. Actually, I'm not gonna try and play it off like that's good. That's not really that good. Not even 4 million. It was like 3.8. But considering his defense, it's okay that he's not really doing that much damage. I mean, of course, a lot of units that are really good defensively and then lacking a little bit offensively typically age better. just because defense is more important than offense. I mean, it's just kind of a fact, especially with how hard events are hitting now. So the fact that this guy is good defensively in slot 1, which I guess is kind of an issue with this guy as well, it's still going to be really useful. But yeah, so now that I'm thinking about it, that might kind of give you some trouble, because then if you get like locked in slot 2 or 3, of course that can be kind of difficult because this guy does only have the guard in slot 1. And depending on what event you bring him in, of course you can, you know, that could kind of mess you up, because if you have him in like Red Zone Broly, or not Red Zone Broly, Omega Shenron, and he gets locked in slot 2, 500k defense is good, but without guard, you're going to take a lot of damage from supers. So I think that might be an area where he does kind of fall a little bit short, but for the most part, I mean, he's going to be very good with the guard, and of course the support too. So I do want to talk about this. So this guy is supporting all allies for 1 key and 20% defense, which is very good. And then if there is another Gohan on the team, specifically a Gohan kid, he gives an additional 2 key and then an additional 20% defense. So basically, if there's a kid Gohan on the team, you're supporting for 3 key and 40% defense to all allies. Yeah, that is very good, considering he's really good defensively. And, you know, he's just going to be supporting, and he's just going to be looking really good all around, I guess, except for his damage. But anyway, right here, we're at 500k defense, or 507k defense specifically. And I guess we got some support, so it makes sense we'd be looking a little bit better. I am going to put him in slot 2, just to see his attack stat. Because in slot 2, we are going to get Gaze of Respect and Brainiacs, which is going to be a little bit more attack. So I want to see what attacks that we can get to right here, just in a better situation. We are going to be at a 24 key super. And then on the next rotation, I'll go ahead and just nuke with him. And then let's get to the Cell Max event after that, because I'm curious how well this guy's going to be taken in Cell Max. 500k defense with guard. I'm thinking that's double. Well, it's for sure double digits from normals, but I'm thinking that's at least under 100k from a super. But, I mean, as we've seen in past showcases, I cannot judge how well a unit is going to tank. Usually I'm completely off. So we'll see on the showcase. But anyway, yeah, 4.35 million attacks that. Okay. You know, we got the crit off. All right, so with the crit, we did over 4 million damage. So that for sure is pretty impressive. I mean, like I said, once you start getting crits and additionals off, his damage will look all right. I mean, you know, and of course whoever is in slot 2 or 3, or the slot after the Piccolo, is also receiving that 30% attack buff, which if you double super 2, then it's a 60% attack buff, and then they just start to look crazy. But all right, well, with all that shown, I guess let's just cut to the Cell Max event, because this guy doesn't really build up or anything, so that's kind of just it with this guy. So yeah, let's just go ahead and cut to that. Alright, so we're here fighting Cell Max, and I wanted to record this rotation because I am actually going to nuke with him right here, just before I forget and don't nuke with him in the video. I do want to do it really quickly, so hopefully we get lucky with our key spheres. We already got a ton of int key spheres, so yeah, I mean, easily full field of int key spheres. So yeah, we're going to get all that. We do have 2 out of 7 links, but I mean, that's just the issue with this guy, is his links are just not there. I'll check his defense right here, because why not? Almost 500k. I mean, we got the guard, so that is for sure really good. And yeah, let's just see this guy's attack stat. Not really expecting anything too crazy, but considering we've got 50% support and we nuked with him, you know, I'm expecting a somewhat high attack stat. So what are we at? 11, yeah, 11.1. All right, I mean, that's pretty good. Of course, it's a nuking turn, so it doesn't really count towards its performance. But we did crit for over 8 million damage right there as well. So, I mean, yeah, of course, that was pretty useful. But, I mean, other than nuking turns, or other than when you get really lucky with crits and additionals, this guy's damage just is not going to be there. It's going to be a little bit weaker, but, I mean, I'm okay with that, right? Because, of course, especially considering he's free to play, I don't really think the expectations were really all that high for him. I'm going to pop a Ghost Usher because I don't trust the Zamasu and, or the Zamasu in slot 3. I feel like they're just going to get hit with every super, or every normal, and then take a super and die. So I am going to pop the Ghost Usher. But, yeah, as I was saying, just free-to-play LRs, not really, I don't want to say they're not really crazy, because, you know, the LR Jackie Chan, the LR Easy A STR Vegito Blue, they definitely have been very good. So the potential for LR Easy A's is there, but I don't know, or for free-to-play LR Easy A's, I should say. But I don't know, I feel like they've been handling free-to-play, just units in general, they've been handling them in kind of a weird way, right? I don't want to say they've been bad, but if you look at the pattern of free-to-play units within the past, like, I guess, year now, compared to free-to-play units before that, it's kind of noticeable how they've been less and less available for, like, difficult events. I mean, certain free-to-play units, of course, do stand out, but I feel like overall, free-to-play units have been a little bit less useful as of recently. But, of course, I mean, like I said, certain ones do stand out. Like, you've got the LR Vegito Blue, Easy A. You've got the Jackie Chan. You've got this guy, who are all very good defensively and, you know, their own way. Like, the Jackie Chan gets the damage reduction. The Vegito Blue does stack. And then this guy does have the guard. But, of course, I mean, you know, it just all depends on how they design the unit. But, yeah, anyway, so as you can see right there, I mean, we've got type disadvantage right here, and we still tanked it. I mean, with the guard and the high level of defense this guy is at, you're pretty much going to be fine in any event, at least with normals. Maybe with super attacks, you might take a little bit of damage. But for the most part, I feel like you're going to be fine. And then, of course, I mean, he's going to make everyone else look better with his support and his attack buff on his 18-key super. And another thing this guy does that is worth mentioning is he does greatly lower attack. That is on his 12-key super. So that is pretty useful if you bring him in places like Super Battle Road, or honestly just anywhere you can get it off, but typically it is in Super Battle Road. Because, of course, that just means the enemy is going to be doing a lot less damage, because he is greatly lowering attack. It's not just normally lowering attack. So additionals with him, too, are going to they're going to, like, apply that debuff. So overall, I feel like that is going to be really useful for Super Battle Road. I don't know if this guy is necessarily going to be a really useful Super Battle Road unit, but I know that is for sure going to be very useful in Super Battle Road. So, all right, this is going to work out perfectly. We're going to showcase this rotation right here. We're going to kill, and then we're going to have the next rotation where we're going to have the Piccolo and see how well he's tanking there. I'm not expecting double digits from his super, but I think we could be pretty close. I don't know. I mean, we'll have to see, because I know Cellmax, look, he's been out, this event has been out for, I mean, a bit now. I don't want to say 6 months, but I feel like 6 months, right? And he still hits very hard. He's still arguably one of the most difficult events in the game. So, all right, right here, we did not get locked or sealed, right? Yeah, we did not. Okay, perfect. Actually, I don't know if Cellmaxing sealed, but we didn't get locked. And yeah, right here, over 500k defense start of turn. We're going to be at a 24-key super. We are taking 3 attacks. So we're going to see if he's taking double digits from normals. And, I mean, yeah, let's just check out how he is performing on this rotation. I mean, we've got a ton of support with the Zamasu in slot 3. And, all right, we're getting supered first thing. So how much damage are we taking from this? 400k. All right, yeah, all right, well, that does prove my point that I was saying earlier. My perception of how well units tank in the Cellmax event is completely off. I was talking about under 100k, but 400k. All right, that's a lot of damage, for sure. I mean, that is a lot of damage, but we did live. And, you know, a free-to-play unit that released however long ago, like, what, 6 years at this point, being able to live Cellmax's super, I'm all right with that. I'm okay with that. You know, I mean, he's looking really good defensively. Tanking Cellmax is kind of a difficult task. I mean, as I've said, Cellmax still hits very hard, even by today's standards. He's still probably at least in the top 5 most difficult events, right? So I would say that is pretty impressive, but that is a little bit more than I was expecting. And we're going to die right here because I know Zamasu is going to take every single attack and not dodge. And then, I mean, yeah, we'll probably just cut to the unit breakdown because, you know, that was a little bit of damage. That was more than I was expecting. Oh, okay, he dodged every attack. Never mind. But I would look at it like this. Sure, we took 400k, but we lived with 246k HP left. So, you know, you could look at it like that, and then it sounds a little bit better. So, all right, well, let's go ahead and cut to the unit breakdown. Okay, so here we have Budding Heart Piccolo. So starting off with his leader skill, it is all types, Ki +3, HP plus 150%, and then attack and defense plus 70%. Now, I think this is incorrect. I'm pretty sure this is attack and defense plus 90%. On my private server, it does say 90%, and I also did check out a couple other showcases on this guy, and it does say 90% there as well. But, I mean, it does say 70% here on the wiki, so either one, but I'm pretty sure it's 90%. Now, this guy's super attack effects is on his 12 key, he causes colossal damage to enemy and greatly lowers attack. On his 18 key, he raises allies' attack by 30% for 1 turn, and then causes mega colossal damage. And then for his passive, he gets 3 key, 200% defense, an attack boost by 200%. The more HP remaining at start of turn, the greater the attack boost. He gives 1 key and 20% defense to all allies, and then he gives an additional 2 key and 20% defense to all allies if there's a character with the name Gohan Kid on the team. So the restriction to Gohan Kid isn't really that big of a deal, because there are a lot of good Gohan Kids on all these guys' teams. or on all this guy's teams. And of course, the new LR Gohan too. I mean, they only share 2 out of 7 links, but I would say they still kind of work together. So that's not really that big of a deal with the Gohan Kid restriction. And then this guy gets an additional 100% defense, and then he gets the guard in the first slot if there's a character with the name Gohan Kid attacking in the same turn. So this just even more pushes the agenda of you needing to run this guy with a Gohan Kid, which, as I just explained, it's not really that big of a deal. And this guy's links are Prodigies, Brainiacs, Gaze of Respect, Shocking Speed, Experienced Fighters, The First Awaken, and then Legendary Power. Not really a great link set. His categories are Namekians, Worthy Rivals, Bond of Master and Disciple, Battle of Wits, Gifted Warriors, Planetary Destruction, Sand Saga, and Warriors Raised on Earth. This is good. We need buffs for Namekians, we need buffs for Worthy Rivals, we need buffs for Gifted Warriors, we need buffs for Sand Saga, we need buffs for Planetary Destruction. So all of this is just very, very good. And yeah, I mean, that pretty much is the video. Let me know what you guys think of this World Tournament EZA down in the comments. Let me know what World Tournament LR you want to see EZA next, because of course we have the Yamcha, we have the TN. Technically, we could even see the Demon King Piccolo too. I mean, he's not necessarily the craziest anymore either. So yeah, once again, that has been the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.